How's it hanging? Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we're back with some Outer Worlds 2, and I think we got some more quests still with Auntie's Choice.
The order. They think big, even when they make mistakes, accidentally build a super weapon and seal it away in the Earl. Find it yourself. I'm not playing this game for you.
What are we doing in here? Conceal the pantry to escape with... Oh, that's right. Yeah. We just convinced that guy to join Auntie's Choice.
Compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together. Aggressor at hand. It is the duty of every protected subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untorn inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
That guy doesn't seem to care. All good guys. Actually went quite well. No.
Duty to the Protectorate. We're almost together.
Their team plays the worst. Hello. You find my pitch ball?
Found this in the closet. Yours. In the game, the paradigm of it is... Yes.
Oh, commemorative pitch ball. I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Oh, well, mech controls are typically handled via a terminal. Probably one upstairs, but we're not allowed up there. Maybe you can find a way, though. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
Predicament dispenser has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Okay, we're gonna go head back upstairs. There must be another thing to turn off the... Okie dokie. Not that one. back in that other one we were just in. Be in that door.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
So that from right next to him.
It is the duty of every
Okie dokie.
protected subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The
Gonna get me
paradigm
luck picking up.
requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Range. Could pickpocket. Moving speed 100%. I saw it was on minimap but no longer hidden. Yes, that probably might be better for us, to be fair. Yeah.
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. We are all happy and contented, and others are not.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
All we have. Defend it.
Guys, keep the door shut. Okie dokie.
To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call.
What's awful? I bet you any money it's that thing that's for hacking there.
Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. It is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Unless there was another thing over there. We might go over there just to check. We'll check in here. But I think it's that security office thing. This is the thing this way. No, that's the leave.
We're refreshed,
so refreshed. Mentally, I confess, so refreshed.
The mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits
Remember,
due to anomalous structural temperatures.
cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Oh, just doing that made it leave. Okie dokie.
Are those automechs sorted? Time to go?
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure their
Pandy is open for ambulance.
Okay. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Preserve set progress. Sustain
Yeah.
the system.
That's the exit then.
This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. After you,
Okey-dokey.
by all means. I fear I must insist.
And we escaped. Ah, so that's where that entrance was. Come out with this lovely view. Okie dokie. There's a free market station, so we need to... Where was that ship parked? From there, over here. Okie dokie. I'll get that. Yeah, you know what? Those two are fine. Okey-dokey. Now, any of them go across, we're going to hack out money now.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you.
Nice.
Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball.
How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
Nice. Okie dokie, we'll go hand that stuff in. One more. Okie dokie. Oh, no. We'll dump those guns we got in our gun locker. And then all them into there. And then we give our pet a little... Oh, good boy, good boy. All upgraded, nice. All upgraded, nice. Nothing yet for her. Or her. All upgraded, all upgraded. Cool. Then we head over to the claim. Then we see the two middle management people, see if we've done enough to help them. We were trying to get stuff done so we can see Aunty, you know? I'm sure there was another pet somewhere. And we said we'll go back and buy it. I don't think it was here. Okie dokie, head office.
See, you're back from the Protectorate's little mind manipulation spot. All their secrets in hand, yes?
Yes.
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process.
Hairdresser Good is your latest hire. I stole the Protector's secrets too.
Of course you did, my most trusted ameliorator. You never fail to amaze and impress.
Head Refresher Gould will fit right in, surely. Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results.
The ladies of particularity wore people down until they lacked any curiosity or drive.
Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
But truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable?
Had a method of pairing propaganda with a suggestible drug to boost retention.
That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else?
Drug enhances suggestibility, but its effects are temporary, so regular dose is key.
Good to know, good to know.
That's all I found.
Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort.
Nice.
And more for converting Head Refresher Goulds to the joys of commerce. All right, For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Aunty Cleo!
Ooh, nice.
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Oh, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization?
None that I feel comfortable relating. Why would I? You're the most effective players in Arcadia. You made your share of mistakes, so have I. Yeah.
Yes, quite. Hopefully we'll continue to make many more, together. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes?
Gertie expects a desire to resume negotiations. I think you should.
A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms.
Would it be possible for you two to meet face to face?
Oh, my security team would never allow it. But a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same.
Great idea. Will do.
Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Nice. So we need to see where we need to go for that. Okay, time to go see Ruth of the Order. More than likely, it's probably the last planet we haven't been to. Well, we popped in to get one mission. It's my dog. Do they fully roam the ship? There's a little bed. Yeah, boy. Down there. Sorry, finding that pet is #1 priority. To make sure he's okay. Oh, he's not around here. Where is he? Oh, we're going to re-summon him. We could be in the cockpit, to be fair. We never checked there. No. It is Cloister. Okie dokie. 2 companion missions as well here. To these 2. The Ruth's in there. Okie dokie. Okay, the doctor. Process rift data. Rendezvous with Winter Grasp. That's the doctor. That's Winter's Grasp. Okie dokie. First things first, let's go see Ruth. Bounty board. Ooh. Okay. My bounty. Nothing on me. The local ones. The other bits. So one's over near the doctor. And the other's just behind that place. Okie dokie.
Hey, Commander. Something tells me the Order won't be keen on letting an enemy soldier walk through their gates. Reckon I ought to step away?
Great point. It's nice that she told us that. Because we would have just walked in with her. Hey. Time to go say hi to Ruth. Ooh, what's over? Wait, don't get distracted.
Heard that rift near the archive has... Halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable... allies. Cultist. Agitators
don't
are
like the
not
cultist.
permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
How'd you like to find your insides waiting outside?
I find that an improbable outcome were we to engage in violent conflict.
We're on the same side here. Can't you make an exception?
Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you. Very well, head on in. But behave yourselves. The garden is something of a fragile ecosystem.
Okie dokie. So even though we've convinced her... I don't mean the landing pad. Right, even though we convinced her, we're going to pop in. We're going to bring Valerie. Nothing ever goes wrong with Valerie on our team. After being healed by Valerie, companion's ability, you're immune to all damage. Okay. While you're at full health, Valerie's companion ability recharges significantly faster. We'll go for that. Okie dokie.
Agent, on behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has
Yes, I like
brought
with
you
the
to
Auntie's one,
garden.
we're going to have to do
She's working
little
in
missions.
Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right.
I was led to believe that Vicar Alan may also be expecting me. Can you direct me to him?
Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview.
Cool. Said the presiding bishop is indisposed. Is she sick?
Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties.
Okay,
Of course, she
dokie.
does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is.
That now makes me concerned. This place seems oddly calm for being in a war zone.
Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you?
You know what I mean? The war against the Protectorate.
All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters. Science and progress.
Okie dokie. That's all respectable goals. The order should be commended for its foresight.
And you for recognizing such quality of vision. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
Moving around those
Is
areas.
it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
You're gonna say off. I agree. An anti-choice or the order into helping take the archive. Okay, what have we got? Meet Ruth. Speak to the person. That's active. Which quest is that? No, so they all must be the same thing. Okay, dokie. Junk.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People, welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
What convictions?
Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
Yeah, hit me.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional?
Professional setbacks.
Expand on that for me.
Oh, in 10 years without a promotion. I was in state of suspended animation. But still.
Oh, well, that's certainly specific. You will soon regain your professional momentum, augmented by your recent period of rest and reassessment.
Thanks for that.
Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered.
No, on an important mission to save
Earth
Arcadia.
Directorate in Arcadia? That's rather anomalous. And I'd go as far as to say wholly unexpected. By all means, continue. I'm fascinated to learn the particulars of this little mission of yours.
Can't, top secret.
Understood. Agent, you know, I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
Used to wait.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
All this cloak and dagger stuff has certainly piqued my interest.
Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden.
Whoa, slow down. What are you talking about?
The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Okie dokie. Why would you all do that?
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder.
But what you're saying is true. You need to tell people. But if the end result is contentment and social progress, isn't that a good thing? You don't seem to be affected.
I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough.
Have you tried just leaving?
It'd be a lot more difficult to conduct my survey of the garden from outside the garden.
What does the partial effect feel like?
It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant.
What you're saying is true. We need to tell people.
Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
Who are you working for?
I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested?
You're with Sub Rosa, aren't you?
So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor.
What happens if I hand over a sample?
Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that.
You're not making a very convincing case to trust you.
Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind.
Count me in.
All
We'll
you
investigate.
need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood?
Yeah, if it's in the water supply, why can't you just get it from there?
It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning.
Anything else you can do to help me with this task?
Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Ooh. So we have 2 of them. Okie dokie.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current...
Hello, layperson.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
What a lament! I remember the days
Basically, we just
when
go
the
around, we
Colossus
speak to
Garden
everyone, you know,
lived
pick up
to
whatever
its
we can,
estimable purpose.
quests.
Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky.
Sounds like you've been having a difficult time.
Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light.
Mention an issue with lights. Do you know what the problem is?
Oh, I couldn't say. This isn't my college, as it were. I'm a vicar. I tend to people's philosophical needs and leave the management of the garden to others.
I have an idea. Why don't you fix the lights?
And purloin from you such a perfect opportunity to serve the plan? I wouldn't dare cogitate on it. Besides, I don't know the first thing about such repairs. Why, I'd be more apt to electrocute myself than anything else.
Through the plan, all things are possible. Isn't that right?
Through the plan, yes. Yes, I dare say you're right. This must be the true intention
I don't want her to electrocute
behind
herself.
our meeting. Stand back now and observe the proficiency of a true disciple of the plan.
No.
Electrocution is ranked 5th in leading causes of death among clergy. However, this vicar appears to only be incapacitated.
Only incapacitated. Okay.
You're back. Any luck with the sample?
Quiet quest not active yet. Taking a pocket watch. He says she's just unconscious. That's fine. That's fine, guys. So I need to get my hacking. Where was the last autosave? Because the hacking's quite high, isn't it? Oh, that's just after that. Cool. That's just after thinking with her.
What a lamentable state
The hack
of
needs to be 7.
affairs.
Oh, it was lockpick. Dang it. Be back in 1 sec. Okie dokie. We're going to leave that woman for now. And we'll come back. I think we'll probably get something if we can fix the lights. I'm not classing it as stealing, then we're taking it.
A second makeup exam will not be off, so I hope you study.
We could put explosives on there. Dude.
Shh. If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, what does it matter? Can't mark the occipital from the parietal with these voided questions. And is there something wrong with the air recyclers? It's getting hard to breathe.
No. I don't see or hear any telltale signs of malfunction.
Oh, good. Just me then. Can't believe my future in the Order will be decided by an understanding of the vaporescent properties of trinitrotoluenes. I don't even like bitrotoluenes.
Quick, your instructor's not looking. What's the first question?
My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just help me make sense of the first question. Just be discreet, won't you?
Took the exam. I couldn't make sense of it, sorry. Oh, we can get information. Okay, hang on. Wait, if we do that...
No, it's fine. I should probably start familiarizing myself with custodial routines. Janitorial sciences. Here I come.
Making sure we still... Right, so if we find the information...
Hello, layperson.
Okie dokie. Breathing, guys.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. Oh, just passing time by calculating high probability diametrics within an error margin of 0.05.
Nice.
I'm waiting for the results of a rather exciting prediction, you see. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today.
That's us.
Right here, at these very coordinates.
I'm pretty important.
Indeed you are. All figures have value in the universal equation, although, upon immediate reflection, I don't think that's what you meant. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
Kind of Chris, nice to meet you.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I, don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
Don't even know what one is.
Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence.
Neo want the audio logs.
In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings.
Say no more. I'm on the case. I'll hunt down the audio logs for you.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that. 4. No more, no less.
Okie dokie.
Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside.
So there's 4 chapels. While I have you, there's something else I'd like to discuss.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
You have a spy. No. Can you speak to rumors about an experiment involving the garden water supply? I need to gain access to the archive. Any thoughts on how I can do that?
Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out siege is likely to dislodge them. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more.
I don't really want to say the top one. Just you heard about Wiley's takeover in the monastery. Any thoughts?
Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask?
Wiley said he would be resigned from the order. So what happens to him now?
His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. I expect we won't hear from him anytime soon. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious.
Wiley was one of your seers. Don't you feel a little responsible for what happened? I was just curious if you should shed a little more information. That's that one.
Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future, to ensure such tragic events never happen again. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable.
His plan failed. I say there's pretty much condemnation of his math. I have to admit, you made a lot of good points. The order does seem in need of reformation. Can't believe you still defend him. No, top one.
Generally, yes. Although it's important to remember that unexpected outcomes can still arise from failed experiments. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache, and oh, I just got rid of the last one.
Order's history on
What a
Cloister.
history it is. The Order of the Ascendant, along with the Archive, has been headquartered on this moon since the founding of the colony. It was given to us by the matriarch herself. She understood how vital our contributions would be to Arcadian society, which some have forgotten. It is why we're here, in fact. Cloister has two things in abundance: ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the Archive, and we've utilized its vast computational
Because
power.
that's fundamentally what we
ever
need to get,
since.
the Archive. Shame we don't have access to it now. How useful could it have been if you couldn't foresee the invasion?
Who's to say it didn't? Do you think it mere coincidence the Order was ready to quit the Protectorate en masse the moment the invaders arrived? Seems statistically improbable. That's all I'll say. Oh, the garden is a marvel, isn't it? A prime example of how this colony could function if led by science and rationality instead of fear and oppression. Everything within the garden was meticulously selected by a committee of the Order's best archivists to provide for mental clarity and focus.
Okay.
My word, you should have seen the debates over the shrubbery. I've never witnessed such passionate discourse over foliage of all things.
Talk about something
Other
else.
stray inquiries occupy your mind.
No, never mind. I'm not gonna dob the woman in. See what's around this way.
For pity's sake, is it the pump or the sealant? Sealant. Industrial science is mostly theory, they said. You won't have to put your knowledge into practice for years, they said. Now the fountain's broken and I can't.
Yeah, so you must be
Useless.
able to repair all the stuff
Useless.
around here. What's the problem?
We had an avalanche recently, not far from the dome. One of these fountains stopped working around the same time. Stands to reason something must have been jostled loose. I recently placed into the industrial sciences, so I've been entrusted to fix the issue. But I've never had to put my knowledge into application before. It's not going well.
I might be able to help you out. Can you point me in the direction of the problem?
You must be an agent of the architect. The panel here controls the intake and outtake for the fountains. I'd start there.
There you go. Jobs are good, guys.
Oh, praise the architect. I hear water running. I'd provide compensation, but isn't the garden's beautification a reward in and of itself?
Okie dokie.
The scientician's surplus. No more than what you need.
Day treating sane strains and abrasions. In there for a multifactorial disorder.
See if there's anything in here first before we speak to the doctor. It was in the bin, so they don't want it. Okie dokie.
The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear. Not as concerning as some of the scenes I have been called to in the middle of the night. I assure you, the warning is justified. But I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel-happy novices.
Ah. Heard rumor of drugs and what? Know anything? No. I'll be going now. That must be...
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
Just constantly look around, seeing if there's stuff and things around, you know? Okie dokie.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
We can actually just pick the lock to get in.
Lift access is currently restricted. At this time, residents of LaPlace's garden are not permitted.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted in this booth. Leave.
Okie dokie.
Leave.
Carry on up.
Agent, over here. Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations.
Excellent. Must have been the one that was at
Your
the negotiation.
aid, Auntie's choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward.
Allow me, Vicar.
In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Aunty Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
Oh, you sorted stuff out with Aunty Cleo.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted. But I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
I've received a message that Ruth is indisposed and to speak to you in her stead.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support. Which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
in
Second.
Arcadia.
We're the most important. Aye. There you go. But can I see or what? For what I've seen so far, that may well be the case.
I'm glad we're in accord. The presiding bishop's leadership allows the Order to act in Arcadia's best interest. Without her, we would be nothing. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than machines. Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt.
Okie dokie. And I'm not interested in discussing philosophy. How do I gain an audience with her? I haven't decided how I feel yet. I just want to talk to Ruth.
Well, I hope you'll see in time. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any come-by-chance outsider. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first, then we may discuss the rest.
Okie dokie.
To the point. Very well. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton.
Okay, it's a
which
good
is
thing we
nearby
don't have the
site
woman
of
with us then.
historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
I can deal with these codes if it means earning the Order's trust.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
Informing the cultist Azza would be prudent prior to slaughtering her former associates.
Not saying she would like it.
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation. And strategic planning may come at a later date, as determined by the Office of the Oracle Laureate.
Okay, no one's looking at me. Stealing their drinks. Also, it doesn't say it like it's stealing, so it's fine. Now this is stealing, so pitch card, nice.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved protectorate. I do so
nice,
dearly
protectorate
love
guy.
residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling.
Don't be mind reader, but I think you may want to be somewhere else.
I cannot leave. My sovereign-given task is to bring the Order back into the Protectorate fold. But now it seems as if I must also bring the Protectorate into its own fold. One deed at a time, Philo.
You hate the Order so much. What are you doing here? Don't expect to see anyone from the Protectorate in the heart of the Order territory.
I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness. Slandering my beloved sovereign. Following that
So he's against the console.
Makes my blood boil.
It's so perfect. The people shouldn't be turning against the sovereign.
I fear it is not so simple. Though many within the Protectorate still trusted their leaders, a growing minority had begun to question their sovereign. They argued the losses we've suffered would not have happened if he could truly lead, that his father would not have allowed this to happen. Pah! Anyone who didn't side with the sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it.
You hate the Order so much. What are you doing here?
Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. Without the Protectorate, this little organization would have no hold.
Surely his views are also arrogant,
I
right?
am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious toddlers back into the Protectorate fold. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds. Perhaps enough will be alive to save afterwards.
Cooper's a pretty nasty surprise, huh?
I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That consul, I never trusted that miserable bastard. His betrayal is so galling, I'd almost care to join the armed forces to bring him to justice myself.
You should.
But my hands quaver with age.
Ah, dang it.
And the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion before all else. Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous.
Okie dokie. Nope, that's stealing. Check upstairs.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
Okie dokie.
You lose something down there?
Hmm. I want to see what's down there, guys. Dude. Don't mind me. By the way, you got in my way. Dude. There you go. Oh. That's nothing. Okay. Don't mind me. Okie dokie. See what's in here then. Perhaps if we can put like a liquid tracer in it. Don't see anything around. I wonder if that's something we put in. Ooh. Or we give it to her. Okay, but I say that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's where tonight's stream shall end. Oh, got a lot done, and we had an audience with Aunty, at least through a video chat, and then we now have to go try and get an audience with Ruth to join us tomorrow. Join us tomorrow as more Outer World 2 continues. I say thanks everyone for coming along and keeping me company today, because the content we create on this channel is only made possible thanks to you watching along at home, so very much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Well, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, and stay safe.